bodyguard or something? Yo, I should probably turn that down one time for the one time when the milkman slides. He gotta hit you with a good morning.
Good morning. I'm just Bree.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning on this Monday after Easter. How are you feeling today? Uh-oh, what happened? I can't hear nothing, Jesus.
Did I
Oh, wait a
turn it
minute.
down too much?
Oh yeah, you turned it down too much.
Yeah.
She
I
said,
felt like
"Hey,
it
she
was
said, hey,
echoing.
she said, turn me down in the headset. Turn me down in the headset."
How about now? Is it too loud?
No, you're right on point.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm a
yeah.
little
One
nervous.
time for the one time.
I sent my child back to school today,
Back to school ski.
and he does not have his walker, and he does not have his walker, and
Okay.
he has maybe 80 jillion stairs in his school.
80 gajillion.
Gajillion, yeah.
Gajillion.
Uh-huh.
I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you.
And so at least that's what it feels like when I'm climbing them.
You'd be like,
um,
I'd be out of breath after the first 10. I don't know.
no, there's seriously 4 flights in his school. Like,
Right. Well, okay, let me speak for myself. I'd be tired after the first 10, and I don't know how many
yeah,
more are in a
and that's just
gajillion, but
that flight is just to get up to the main floor, and then you
mm-hmm.
got a
That's
flight
what
to
I'm
the
trying to.
second floor to the third.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
it's hella flights, right?
Yo, I'm in the process of inviting all the Chris's. If your name is Chris and you are in my friends list, I'm currently inviting you. I hope you're having an amazing morning this morning. Um, that's just the name I guess I started on because I'm trying to invite the cousin and the brother. Um, but apparently I have a lot of Chris's.
A lot of
One,
Christmas.
two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8, I think. Let me see. Any more? Any more Chris's? Nope, I think that's about it. Okay, I think I got him. I think I got him.
Got 'em all. I think I got 'em all.
Yo, what up? What up?
So, I told him use the elevator and
Quality good times.
But
Yeah. Be safe.
then I called him as I was leaving the school, and I'm like, "Did you take your medicine this morning?" And he's like, "Yeah, I took it." I was like, "Oh, okay, good job." Because I sure forgot to get it.
Somebody wasn't on top of it this morning. Hey, if your name is Chris and you just jumped in the building, say what's up to us. Good morning to you.
And if your name is not Chris and you just jumped in the building, hello to
Say
you
what's
too.
up. Say what's up. Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Wake Up with Milk and Just Bree. And of course, you start your day the right way, the only way, with Milk and Bree. And I probably should go and get those banners thrown up. People looking like, well, I recognize these two folks, or maybe you're saying to yourself, I don't know who the hell you are. But hey, they give you some context. What's
so
up?
I got a call this morning.
You got a call this
Someone
morning?
asked me if I made my kids Easter baskets.
I know you did. And you know what? I saw a grown woman on social media showing out because her mama didn't have her Easter basket together.
And that's how I expect Layla to act. I mean, I don't think
You
the boys
created
would
a
do
monster.
that. I don't think the boys would do that, but Layla for sure would be like, first of all, she already told me. She already told me when she has kids, and I was like saying like, when she has kids, then she'll be making Easter baskets, blah blah blah. And she was like, "You're not gonna make my kids Easter basket?" Like, I said, "No, they get a separate basket for me. I'm grabbing."
Right, they supposed to have multiple now. Right, exactly.
Like, well, that's not fair because you've had years of experience. Your basket's gonna be better than mine, so you could just make the basket.
Just make baskets.
Like, you're not making my kids Easter baskets. So she fully expects for me to make them all, like, I know, let me show up at the door with her kids' Easter baskets and not hers. I bet she have a problem.
She might not even have theirs. She might hold the children's back if hers wasn't present. She might be that level of, I'm telling you, created a monster. Did you get a chance to see the little video that I put together, some pictures of me coloring eggs with the nieces?
Yes, I did.
You get to see that? I was going to share that with the world. It's Monday Moments. And I was like, what?
I do have to say that you have turned into computer love over there. Like, you're very, I don't know what's happening. Okay. You starting to even out. Say something.
I just want to be even. That's all. I just want to be even.
Okay.
Am I even?
No, your words ain't matching up with your mouth. Say something else.
What if I just left you here for a minute?
There you go. No, it's good. It's good.
No, I still want to leave you. I just
it caught up for a minute. I mean, it was active for a minute, but it caught up.
Okay. I like it when my words can catch up with my lips, because sometimes my lips be moving too fast, you know what I'm saying? I really likes it when my lips can catch up to my face. I mean, like,
so how was yesterday the weekend with your nieces?
It was amazing. Quality good times as always. Okay. Good morning, cuzzo. I don't need no new Wi-Fi. I just need my words to catch up to my lips. Don't you be judging me. Don't you be out here judging me. Good morning to you, though. Hope you are starting your day amazingly on this Monday after Easter. I had a quality good time over the weekend with the nieces. Of course, we made the eggs. We played the games. We had quality good times. We went to church. We took the pictures. We sang the songs. And I'm playing the video. Okay, quality good times with the nieces. Yes. The old Easter baskets piece is so. I dyed the eggs with them and everything, right? And they got to put the grass and stuff in their basket and get it how they want it. And then, the next day after church, the whole basket was put together, right? Except for there was multiple holidays going on yesterday. You know what I'm saying? And not to say too much, I didn't come directly home after church. Okay. So I didn't get to, see the baskets done and did and everything after they was all, But you know what I did do? I went to the store and bought more candy. And when I got to the crib, they was downstairs playing, and I put more stuff in their baskets. And when they came back up, I was like, "Hey, yo, the Easter Bunny just came back through here. Did y'all see what he left?" And then they was looking like, "Oh my God!" All this stuff.
The Easter Bunny just came back through. He said he had some extra. Hey, also cool. He was like, "Let me give it to them."
Only messing with Uncle Milk when the Easter Bunny come back through. He makes second appearances on Easter because he ain't too busy or nothing. You know what I'm saying? He ain't too busy or nothing. I had quality good times.
I also had a baseball game over the weekend.
Okay.
And it's the first one that I've been able to make this season. And my son hit his first home run of the season.
Let's go!
And I was like, yay, he waited for me, because he told me the other day there was a game that I was able to go to, but he told me that it was likely going to be canceled. And then he came home from the game. And I realized he was at a game when he didn't get home at 5:00. And then I was like, let me check his location. Because even if they held a practice instead, which is what he told me was going to happen,
for sure,
he would be home by now. Or,
where you at?
So I check his location and see he's in Humboldt Park. I'm like, they had the game. And now, so he comes home and he gives me a hug and he's like, sorry, Mom. And I'm like, what? And he's like, I hit a triple. And I was like, oh, because I wasn't there to see it. And I could have been, And so this game, I was like,
oh, man. Sad. You know what I attribute that to? You about to be mad at me. I attribute that to all them extra laps he had to run.
Oh, he didn't run. He didn't run.
Okay, that's what he told you.
First of all, they haven't even had practice since then.
Oh, for real? They was just like, we chilling.
They've had game after game after game.
So they stopped playing games.
Yeah, no, the game that he missed, or the game that he missed was on Thursday. He ended up not going to school Friday. They only had a half a day, but they didn't have a game. They didn't have practice scheduled. They had a game early morning Saturday.
Okay.
Of course, they're not going to have practice on Easter Sunday, and they have a game today. So I think they have a game tomorrow. They don't even have practice till Wednesday, I don't think.
Whew. Well,
like they got a MLB schedule out here. Just game.
No. I mean, what's the best practice than just doing it in real time? You know what I mean?
So,
well, shout out to Senior T Baby, because he messed around and got him one of them things that fly over the wall and you pop it in the air with that bat, yo. Yee, home run derby. Yee. Quality good times. Well, it is Monday Moments, and we are just about to creep past the 8 o'clock hour, so we should probably get off up into it. Before we get off up into it, though, I do want to take a moment and say RIP to Pope Francis, who tragically passed away this morning. I know that, everybody has their own views on the Pope-ski and religion and all that kind of good stuff, but what a unique individual who was all about missions and love and inclusivity. It doesn't come without his criticism, of course, but the world has just lost a great man of God for sure. And so, yeah, RIP Pope Francis. It's crazy.
Yeah.
3 popes in our lifetime. I thought, John Paul's always the GOAT in my mind. I thought he'd be Pope forever when I was a kid.
I really like this one. I really like
it. Francis is really cool. Yeah, I mean, with the inclusivity and all that kind of stuff,
and understanding that times have changed, but the at the end of the day, the Lord was about love, you know what I mean. And so he definitely exuded that.
He was out with the people, with poor, with the homeless, with the criminals. He was just visiting a prison over the weekend. The man had just come off of a bout of what was it, like 3 weeks in the hospital or something like that?
Yeah, I think he had pneumonia.
Pneumonia. He got back. He was in full effect this weekend. He might have been rolling around in that wheelchair because he didn't have all his strength. But yeah, he was trying to put on a brave face and do God's work. And he was still out there with the people. So while it's a tragedy this morning, at least he was able to fulfill his duties over the weekend and really spend some time with the people, which he always enjoyed doing.
Amen.
Amen. Well, it's Monday Moments, and I said to myself, a lot of the times I'm just showing videos. Sometimes they're funny, most of the time they're funny. That's usually what I'm looking for. And they're all moments because everything in life is a moment. But I said to myself, what about like some heartwarming moments? You know what I'm saying?
Don't make me cry.
Oh, you might have to, get you a tissue. I wanted to have some heartwarming moments this morning, specifically, as we just come off of this holiday weekend. So here we go. Let me just say before we get into it, I think this cat right here could be nominated for Father of the Year. Let me just say that.
You should have told me. Why didn't you tell me? What's wrong? Well, what's wrong, kid? Talk to me. Tell me what happened. Talk to me. What happened?
I want to see Mommy.
I want to see Mommy too. Baby, talk to me. Just tell me what happened. Why are you crying?
Because.
Because what? Because what? What happened? You feel better? I'm gonna let him see you cry, okay?
Okay.
You want a hug? Yeah? You want a hug? Come on. Love you, alright?
Okay.
Oh,
Tell me her mama dramatic. He used to dealing with it.
Let me just tell you, I as I was just watching that, I was thinking about experience with my youngest niece over the weekend, and she's 5, and she don't always like to listen, especially when she get worked up. Like, have you ever seen like a kid that's worked up and hyper and tired?
Oh yeah.
So when she gets to that phase, she don't really want to listen good. And Uncle Chris, had got her all worked up and everything. And she had the sniffles over the weekend. The girls came with the sniffles over the weekend. And the nose was just running, And it's like, okay, go take care of that. You're not trying to go take care of that. And when Uncle Milk says you need to go do something, you probably should go do that. And then when he has to say it the second time you don't go do it, well, now it's a problem. So now I have to physically take you to go do it. Right, to which then you still don't want to when we get there. And I have to say, I wasn't as calm. You know what I mean? It was more like, ain't nobody trying to hear all that. Ain't nobody trying to hear all that. No,
making the nose run more. Just
look. Didn't nobody ask you what you wanted to do? That type of energy. You know what I'm saying? And it ended with, what it ended with? Well, I'm finna go do Easter eggs. But you can't come out with your nose like that. So you stay here until you're ready. And then you come out and kick it with us when you're ready. You know what I mean? And guess what? She came out. She was ready to go.
That is the best way. I tell you, my sister-in-law, my niece was having a all out on the floor when I was pregnant with Liam, all out on the floor, throwing.
Yeah.
And she was like, I don't know why you want to do this again. And I was like, because I was pregnant, and I was like, oh no, I've never done this. I've never had this experience. This is a first for me. And that was her fourth kid, but her child was strong-willed. And so that's what the one time Tristan tried to start having I was like, I'm gonna go to this aisle over here. You cool. Right here, do that right here, and when you're done, you can come join me.
Come holler at me, you know what I mean?
I'm not gonna stand here for this. I'm gonna walk away like I don't know you.
Yeah. Well, and see, because children are always doing a couple things. One, testing boundaries. but also seeing like how you respond to things, right? To see how they could get their way, right?
Right.
And so when you coddle them or all that business when they showing out, that just strengthens their desire to show out to get what they want. You know what I mean? So if you ignore them,
it is
they just be looking around like, well,
so, nobody cares. I'm showing out over here.
Nobody cares.
All right. Guess
quality good times. But hey, to each his own. Shout out to that amazing dad right there, though. Having all the patience in the world with his child. For sure. Monday Moments, keep it rolling. Good morning to you. If you haven't had a chance to like and share this thing up, we would greatly appreciate it. Let's roll it.
Her little son has autism, and at one point was completely nonverbal, but every single day, she would constantly say I love you to him.
I love you. I love you. Love you.
And when he wouldn't say it back, she kept doing it, hoping one day he would. And this was the moment he finally said it back to her, and her reaction is amazing.
I love you. Wait. Say love you?
She then went to go show her husband.
Love you. Yay. Isn't that so cool? Love you.
I would have had to pull over. Like, pull over.
Yeah.
I'm a wreck.
You're like, oh, somebody gotta come and get me now. I don't even know what's happening. Okay. Like, bro, come on, man. If that doesn't melt your heart, bro, who are you? You know what I mean?
I know a couple of people with nonverbal autistic children, and I know that right there would be like mean the world to them to just for those, not even the whole, you ain't even got to put the I in front of it, just the love you part.
Love you.
Like,
maybe just the love.
I don't even need all 3 words. If I could get 2 of them, like that would just make their,
For sure.
So, yeah, that one was super touching.
For sure. I've worked obviously in schools with special needs students, specific autism, and nonverbal children, and I've seen the advancements of technology and the way they utilize tablets to be able to communicate and all of these things. But there was a time where I was a bus monitor. And I rode with a nonverbal autistic kid and didn't have like his tablet on the bus. So there was like no way to communicate back and forth. But one of the things he always did is he hummed Pop Goes the Weasel. And so I would just hum it with him. You know what I mean? We used to be humming Pop Goes the Weasel together. It'd be pretty dope. You know what I mean? Like, we're going to communicate however we can communicate today. You know what I'm saying? And Pop Goes the Weasel it is. Quality good times.
I worked in volunteered at my kid's school, and they have a couple of autism classrooms, but I volunteered in the autism pre-K, and we had one kid who the only thing he could say was apple, and everything was apple. But
did he like apples?
Apple? Do you want some actual apples, or are you just saying apple?
I hope he liked apples.
I hope he did too, as much as we fed it to him.
You know what's funny though? See, because the youngest who was showing out, she gonna say to me yesterday when I left in a little sassy voice, "You need to go get you some milk." as I'm getting ready to pull off, you need to go get you some milk. Okay, I'm gonna go get me some. Jesus. It's Monday Moments. It's heartwarming moments on this Monday. Get your tissue ready. I hope you got a soft heart, because if it's hard,
the last one almost got me. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah. Well, this one is not quite as like tear jerking, but equally as heartwarming.
Some nights I wish that my life could build a castle. Some nights I wish they just fall off. But I still wake up, I still see our thoughts. Oh Lord, I still see.
I'd like to make myself believe that planet Earth turns.
Gets away with a lot of those
come
It's hard for hitters to square them up. We don't see that a whole
and
lot.
I wonder
The judge was on it.
if you know what
Yankee
it
fan
means,
wearing a Judge t-shirt.
what it means.
Yo, how about the little homie? It was a little too
A
much.
little too, ouch.
It was a
I'm
little too much.
small here.
He's like, hey, fam, that was a little too much. That was a little too much on that one, okay?
I really like that last one where the guy who caught it looked around and seen there was a kid and gave it to. I've seen so many videos where adults snatch it from kids and
Snatch it.
just pisses me off so bad.
You be wanting to beat the folks up in the stands.
Man, if somebody ever did that to my kid, I would fight them. Literally fight
So-
them. Like we all getting kicked out.
Right. This whole section finna be cleared out messing with me.
Mhm.
Won't be nobody left to catch
Somebody
a ball
better
in
give
here.
my baby a ball. I know that.
Look,
I mean-
ain't gonna be no balls left to play the game in a minute.
Liam actually has a couple from White Sox.
From the White
games.
Sox.
Yeah, he's
It'd have been
so
better.
many
I mean,
games.
they'd be worth more money if they were from Cubs games, but you know, that's neither here nor there. There's no judgment on here. That's right. We listen and we don't judge. It's Monday moments, y'all. How y'all doing on this morning? I hope you're having an amazing day. If you haven't had an opportunity to like and share this thing up, please do so. We're gonna keep the ball rolling. This is our last one of the day. I think. Yeah, it is. And these videos, of course, you see them, but it's something about when you've been reunited with someone you haven't seen in a while.
Oh,
So,
please don't.
I know. Here we go.
I must be crazy now. Maybe I drink too much. But when I think of you, I long to feel your touch, to whisper in your ear words that I always thought was only you would hear. If only you were mine. I wish I could go back to the very first day I saw you. Should have made my move when you looked in my eyes. 'Cause by now I know that you'd feel the way that I do. And I whisper.
Yo, let me just say, okay, there's two parts of that video. One is when the little girl runs up to her dad and his head turns into her, and you can see his face is just as moved as hers.
Mhm.
Like that. I'm like, oh damn. But then the big dude jumping out the car, like you a little big, homie. You a little bit big to be jumping in
I
both arms.
don't
out
know
here.
who he jumped on, but I
They had to be
nailed it.
strong. They had
Damn.
to be strong. Yes, they had to be strong now.
I thought it was gonna be a video of all
No, I wasn't gonna do that to you.
yeah,
You
military homecomings, and I'm like, oh, I can't do it. I
know, with
can't
the
do it.
whole setup and everything.
You
No, that
gotta
was
give
just-
me. You gotta
That
tell
was
me
gonna be
the
too
issue,
much.
'cause those ones, woo,
Oh man,
Really?
quality good times.
yeah.
Well, for me, it's all encompassing in the sense that we just celebrated Easter, the resurrection of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Or for some folks who just like the bunny, that's cool too. Once again, we listen and we don't judge. But at the end of the day, when I think about the moments that we share, it's really about the relationships that you have with each other, and I think that's what the whole thing is when it comes to being a Christian or being a follower of Jesus. Not that I would ever be preaching and push that on anybody, because once again, if you just love the bunny, you just love the bunny. But he came that we might have life and we might have it more abundantly. And I think that we're called to have it together. And so these moments are just significant of the relationships that we have with each other, and the moments that we share. And I think that's what life is really all about. It's about the moments that we share. And so, whether you agree with, Easter and the whole concept of Christianity and Jesus or anything about that, I think that we can agree that we are called to share moments together and to love one another. Right? Can we all agree on that? I think we can all agree on that at least.
Like at the end of the day, just be a decent person.
Yeah, be a good person, you know. Like that's what we need more in the world. Is just because it's hard to turn the TV on sometimes.
Sometimes
I'm glad I don't have cable. You know what I mean? But YouTube still be messing me up.
I'm about to turn mine off. Honestly.
Yeah, I want some of that to get out of my algorithms, but we can't ignore it either. Yo, Bree.
What up?
It seems to be about that time to wrap this thing up on this morning, but I want to appreciate everyone who has hung out with us, and if you watch it after the fact, hey, drop a comment, let us know. I always see those things. I try to respond to them. Hope you are having an amazing start to your day. Hope you have a great rest of your day. But I want to remind you that you have everything that you need, Miss Jan over there. I'm going to need you to go and get a little oxygen. Take a deep breath.
I'm about to get a Pepsi. That's what I'm about to get.
I need a Pepsi.
This is my first morning in a long time, waking up at 6:30.
Yay.
Getting ready for school and stuff.
Yeah.
And I had to drive them to school before I started the show, so.
Well, everybody else except for Bree has everything that they need inside of them. She will in 2.5 once she grabs that Pepsi.
Once I get that Pepsi. You might need your coffee and stuff too, you know.
Don't let the day run you. You run the day. And Bree, why do I always encourage folks to make it a great day?
Great days don't just happen. You got to make them great.
You got to make them great. And of course, if you got a smile, shoot it across the room. You never know what it'll do to brighten somebody's day. Yo, until tomorrow morning where you can catch Milky and Bree, start your day the right way, the only way. Yay! I am the Milkman.
And I'm just Bree.
We out of here, y'all. Be amazing.
All right.